Welcome to our series featuring the most exciting motorcycle chases. Harley-Davidson riders think they can outrun the police. The police are really angry. Get ready for some adrenaline. A group of motorcyclists officially took over a road on the south side of Pueblo. Local residents and drivers on the road soon reported the group to the police multiple times. The police did not ignore these frequent calls and sprang into action.
There we go. Ready?
Hold on. This is not yet.
Despite the police right behind them, the riders continued their stunts riding on one wheel, standing up on their motorcycles and making sudden lane changes. It remained to be seen how this defiance against the police would end.
That's right.
Thinking this one, it might be easier to grab him off this pipe. We going for this one?
Yep.
Okay.
It's now or never.
Yeah. Let's do it. Ready? Ready?
Yep.
When the riders stopped at a red light, the moment the police had been waiting for finally arrived. The officers ran over to intervene as the riders chatted among themselves, their attention scattered. One suspect was apprehended, while the other two managed to escape. After these images were released to the press, authorities noted that this incident also served as a warning.
They almost lost it. Still southbound. Still.
A Harley-Davidson rider who spotted the police began to flee. There were two people on the motorcycle. The incident took place in Blanc Township. The body camera of the police officer who immediately gave chase captured some very interesting moments.
Priority. Southbound. 1680's picking up speeds are about 95.
70, what are our speed?
Speed is 76 right now.
The rider was a criminal wanted in several states. The person behind him was likely acting in collusion with him. A Harley-Davidson isn't exactly the ideal motorcycle for a getaway. However, in this video, you'll see riders attempting to escape on this type of motorcycle on numerous occasions.
Blowing the red over 23. Two reds over 23.
Good, John. I'm trying to box them in.
Motor kick back up.
Still southbound. Still.
Copy, just be advised you are approaching a dead end on Moorish there.
Clear. We're kind of on a two-track right now.
The motorcycle, which literally flew past the intersections, soon turned onto a bumpy forest road. The driver, who was doing everything he could to evade capture on the pothole-ridden road, lost control when he saw an oncoming police car, and the motorcycle crashed. The suspects had no choice but to surrender to the police without resistance. A Florida Highway Patrol officer was driving along the road when he noticed a Harley-Davidson motorcycle passing a car in a no-passing zone. The officer immediately turned on his emergency lights and attempted to stop the motorcycle. Instead of stopping, the rider who was gesturing as if to explain something continued to flee. Riders who act this way are generally trying to provoke the police rather than comply with their orders. But why would a motorcycle rider make such a move when a police car is right behind him?
Which is the cross of Wisconsin?
The chase went on for quite some time. The police officer maintained close pursuit. Unless the suspect needs to be stopped immediately, it is a clear violation of the rules for an American police officer to intentionally ram a motorcycle with their vehicle. A PIT, maneuver against a motorcyclist, is legally classified in the same category as firing at the suspect. As the rider made a U-turn, the police officer again ordered him to stop. The rider did not stop and once again accelerated to full throttle.
Secondary got it. Fully zoned out, checking out, going out. I'm going westbound, he's middle 12. He's on
Police officer Rosell and his team employed a closing the circle tactic while in pursuit to stop the fleeing motorcyclist. Although their initial attempts were unsuccessful due to the suspect's evasive maneuvers, the chase came to an end on East Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Realizing he was cornered, the rider made a last-ditch effort to slow down by steering his motorcycle onto the grassy area at the side of the road. Just as he was regaining his balance and attempting to stop, the police officer in pursuit jumped on him and subdued the suspect. At the end of this action-packed sequence, the operation was successfully completed without a single scratch to either the public or the officers involved. Once again, a Harley rider was driving on Interstate 30 while performing dangerous maneuvers. Concerned citizens reported the situation to the police. 4 separate reports were received by the police. The rider was reported for sudden braking and for endangering other drivers. The rider suddenly turned toward the Jefferson Boulevard exit and came to a screeching halt. There, a police officer warned the suspect to stop and even approached him. Just then, the rider floored the throttle, escalating the chase. If you enjoy high-speed police chases and detailed police reports, don't forget to subscribe. You can support us by giving us a hype rating. Thank you.
Got multiple calls on me. Reckless driving. They were speeding.
2142, be advised you're waiting to take the GPS in Pueblo County. Legally on that. Be advised, let take the GPS in Blue County, getting the lead on that. E2 advised, go ahead and try to get it stopped if we can.
After making hand signals to the police a few times, the suspect stopped in the middle of the highway. The driver then turned around and began speeding in the opposite direction on the access road. A police officer, making a risky turn on the highway, gave chase.
Lone Star Drive, going south on Lone Star Drive.
Two up, I'm back on the radio.
Going back eastbound left. Trying to help me out and get him stopped. Coming up on the area.
Police officer decided to physically intervene to stop the fleeing vehicle at exit 213. The moment the police car's bumper struck the right rear of the motorcycle, the suspect's vehicle lost control. Although the driver regained control and accelerated again, he couldn't avoid hitting the curb. The out-of-control motorcycle flew into the air and crashed into the grassy area beside the road. The rider, David Rock, who was thrown to the ground, was immediately handcuffed and subdued by police officers. A Smith & Wesson handgun concealed at his waist was seized during a search of his person. He made inconsistent statements at the time of his arrest and subsequently lost consciousness.